Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the studio called the laundry room. I got my beats going in the background, the washing machine, and I still aim to think, what am I going to talk to you about? Let's see. Let's start off with connecting with the audience. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, and now with the younger audience, boys and girls. Uh, so, you know what happened? Oh God. So, let's see. I don't know if you can hear me good because the laundry's going. So, let me just get ready before the camera. There we go. So, what do you want to talk to you about? The BLT, the USA and the Russians, Trump. What else? Well, let's start with, I don't know what I want to talk about. I always think I don't know if I like the camera. I'd rather be on, rather maybe some cartoons play and just my voice with some beats in the background. That would be nice. Maybe eventually I'll get a fan that will actually tell me or show me how to do this. Well, what did I want to say? So yeah, all of you in the media, yeah, oink oink. Well, I would like to listen to that guy. Yeah, let me in, let me in. Yeah. Yeah, right, the left. You know, give them free health care, give them free food. Don't forget the diapers. Got to give them the diapers too. Free housing. That's what we want. And we'll vote for you so we could watch more TV and watch more YouTube, listen to more music, create more music, and create more shows. So we could do, I don't know, live our lives in a circle. I don't know. Do nothing with our lives. Yeah, that's the government I want to vote for. Vote for social left, the Democrats, and keep on fighting for democracy and like if it works. Law-abiding citizens, the wealthy, and the banks, and everyone joined together for a monopoly of a trickle-down economics and legal banking and I don't know, legal hazards. Yeah, I wish I could be on a lottery ticket. I would invest in a lottery if anyone just could run it. But only the government can run the lottery and run the banking system. And well, enough about that. We have more important things to talk about. We have black and white. We have, and anyone in between. We have racism to talk about. We have children in huge, I don't know, pile of doo-doo and soaked in urine. And yeah, why is it that there's still ghettos and then there's the rich? Hey, where's my beat? And so, what do I want to talk about? Let's see. Oh yeah, GBLT. Hold on. Gay, lesbian. Hold on. No. GLT. Hold on. Gay, lesbian. And something is transvestite. The last. Oh, GBLT. Yeah. Gay, lesbian, bisexual, and transvestite. So that's in the news because I've said it's in the news. What am I going to talk about? All the people walking out in the streets and with their forks and knives and saying, "We will take you on, government. We will take you on with free speech and this mic." So yeah, They did melt bells. They did melt bells to make ammunition. I don't know. I just have this random knowledge that I not necessarily want to share with anyone, but it would make for a rambunctious talk show. And let me in. And let's see. So if we still have the coins that could be melted down for ammunition, and there's still rocks, and unless you polarize everything, and well, what are we talking about? I mean, it's just the whole complex of government and business, and what are you gonna do? you got I don't know. You got stuff for free. I don't know. Yeah, the way you explain the companies, how they do pay taxes, and if the government puts more pressure on them, and the way you explain it, Bernie Sanders does it a better way. There is one. I don't necessarily agree with the guy. I definitely don't agree with the guy. But there is one point that he made about the very rich. I mean, there's the unreachable 1%, very rich, and then there's the 1% of 1%, and there's the 10% or whatever, and then the only 30 or 40% of people that work, and the technology changes, and the government gets bigger, and the bureaucracy gets bigger, and you could still do everything online. Go figure that one out. But what do I want to talk about? Yeah, Bernie Sanders. There was one little clip I liked that the way he said it about the poor and the rich. I don't know. Can't get at the Bernie's level though. So yeah, Larry and Frank, listen up. No, I'm not in a madhouse. That's funny. What did I really want to talk about? Oh yeah, GBLT. From now referred to as by me as BLT, bacon, lettuce, and tomatoes. Bacon, lettuce, and tomatoes. Don't really like the bacon, but oink oink. The lettuce and tomatoes I do like. What about them? So do you really need, it's been legalized in many nations for a same orientation folks to collude together, and so do we really need government to make laws for us? Do we really need? Do we need this? Do we need a mediator? I mean, it would be good if it was a mediator and it was, if the government was just a mediator and it didn't grow and it just said, yeah, we'll side with this guy we'll side with this person or that person, and you didn't really have to ask it to tell you how it's going to be. I mean, it should be just trial and error by, I know there's many brainiacs and many studies and many, I don't know, learned people that actually didn't go to any schools or colleges. But what I'm saying is, why ask a government or anyone for an okay? I mean, why even ask the church for okay? I mean, if you love somebody and you, or not necessarily, I mean, you marry for money or marry for, I don't know, for whatever reasons that you would do marry. I mean, heck, marry a vacuum cleaner or a washer. I don't know, whatever. What was the point? BLT, bacon, lettuce, and tomatoes. Yeah, that was the point. And why go now onto the streets and not necessarily show off, but why would you go in an area to only cause chaos in a city where there is just only to look for trouble is I mean, why would you want to show off? I mean, what are you protesting exactly? I mean, I don't know, Greenpeace? I mean, hasn't the U.S. government, I don't know where that money goes, and I don't know, it's just above my pay grade. Plus, I don't look stuff up, and I don't just speak from my brain anyway. Well, sometimes maybe I do, but only things that interest me, the collusions. Oh man, collusions, the collusion. Yeah, and for that being in the media for so long, putting a face to a cold country, giving them a face. I don't know. Just constantly talking about it, and I don't know who ran the show, and constantly talking about it, and constantly just Trump being in the news, and I don't know what purpose that serves, and I don't know the people that follow it around and round and round, and with their Bibles and constitutions in hand, and other books of great writers and thinkers and philosophers and politicians. I'm not saying all politicians are bad or good or indifferent. Or BLT. Oh man, this is funny as shit. BLT, bacon, lettuce, and tomatoes. Maybe GBLT. I will take the grinder with bacon, lettuce, and tomatoes. So what was I heading at? Just when I want to actually finish. Well, yeah, giving them the face, giving that cold ass country a face. And while they're running their freaking Ukraine war with Ukraine, there would be no Moscow, if there would be no Ukraine. I don't get it. And Donald Trump signing that bill, S-447 or whatever it was that he signed, that he's going to make Poland repay the Jerusalem people, or Jerusalem for the Second World War. I mean, Germany just finished paying off the Jews, I think, for the Second World War. I mean, yes, there's good and bad people, yes. And I mean, what about the Russians? Who's going to repay the Poles, the dead Polish people? And even are Russians going to repay those people that they came in and killed? Are Germans going to repay those people Polish people that got killed? I don't know. I'm just talking about what interests me, that country, all right, and the Act 6447 that obviously knowingly, Trump signed, that he's going to make sure that Poland repays the Jews, the Jerusalem people for Second World War. That Poland repay. I'm telling you, these people are on drugs, and other laws that they make, more laws against, I don't know, saving the earth, changing the climate, world peace, green peace, grinder bacon, lettuce, and tomatoes. Bacon, lettuce, and tomatoes. I don't know. I've been long, 17, 18 minutes. That's too long. I don't know if anyone is still even listening. When I think about stuff like this, I just that's a collusion. You people in the media, well, some of them you know what I would call you right now, but I do like you. So let me in. I got 5 on it. What else? Yeah, just like so I don't know how many Germans had in Second World War. How many people Germans had, but soldiers, I mean, you know, and the SS men, and the real bad son of a guns, and how many the Russians had. A lot of them died, and a lot of Polish people died, and well, let's not forget Poland was the one that was attacked. So that, and giving the face to Russia. Well, I don't mind giving the face to good Russian people, but let's not forget who the victim was. It was by the war. Poland looked like Hiroshima by the end of the war. Yeah, I will not stop talking about this. I know you friggin' Polish politicians and you American politicians too, the ones and the Jerusalem people, the ones that run stuff. I know you paid off whoever you needed to pay off to have this go through. But do you understand that to have a roof over your head, you know, the roof, a roof over your head being paid for and given to people that don't deserve it and don't have the right to it in the first place, will put them, as the Polish speaker I like to listen to, well, you probably won't want to know because this is English and he's Polish, so they will have a status. They will have an actual higher status than the born. So they have a higher monetary status and a higher. People pay off their homes for years. The ones that maybe have homes and they have them paid off, they still have to pay the taxes. It's not like Poland, the $300 or $400